Hey YouTube people, I am Ethan and welcome to the first episode number 1 of my startup series. Watch me grow a startup from 0 to 7 or 8 figures, step by step, learn exactly what I am doing and why I am doing it. Watch it manifest before your eyes. Many of you who are already following me know that I've been doing this business entrepreneurial ship type venture for the last 6 or 7 years, basically since I finished college. And in that time, I have had some pretty sweet wins. I've made some money and loads and loads and loads and loads. Did I mention the loads? Loads of spectacular failures. But from all of that experience and so many lessons from so much failure, I'm going to use that to grow this new startup, apply it to what I'm doing here, document the whole process here on YouTube for you to see step by step exactly how I'm doing it. Hopefully it can add value to you and be informative and apply to your own business ventures as you get to see, behind the scenes as this thing grows. I was inspired by Chris Conray's videos on YouTube about how he was doing his POD business. I found them very, very informative and useful and helpful and interesting. And also, Ben Francis from Gymshark. That's obviously my shark. His behind the scenes vlogs, and he's sharing how he grew his business basically from nothing to hundreds of millions of, he's from England, so pounds. Hundreds of millions of pounds. I think it's fascinating. I'm not really into the whole Gymshark as a business brand, but I do love him and what he's done and the process of behind the scenes of it. So I'm like, if I found it helpful, hopefully other people will find me starting from zero, going the whole way helpful as well. It may even be helpful for me to be able to just every single week or every other week, depending on how often I end up doing these, to just document and put out that process, and then you guys can also keep me accountable, as I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and how well things have been going every week. I think it will be good for me to do that, and you can give me feedback each week if you so wish, and then I can look back and see where I went wrong or I didn't go wrong, and the whole thing will be nice and laid out for me in the future and you guys. So I'm going to be selling a commodity product. I'm not going to be inventing anything new like I've tried to do in the past with some of my other business ventures. I think I'm going to go nice and simple, sell a commodity, that way it can be applied to any business out there essentially, because commodities is all about branding, and as you know on this channel is all about branding and brand strategy and marketing. If you want to understand deeper concepts of that, you can go and look at any of my other videos, but we're going to be applying now all of those brand strategy that I've been talking about and the marketing tips into this new brand. But I will have to obviously invest some level of money. You cannot start a business from zero or like $100 or $1,000 even, like so many of these YouTube dropshipping gurus are promising you. It does take a bit more money than that. But we'll try and monetize along the way and do pre-sales and etc, and get loans and maybe investment. And I will bring you along that process as well, so you get to see how you go about doing these things. So as I said earlier, the goal is going to be to scale this to 8 figures within about a 2-year period. So that is significantly larger than I've ever managed to do through any of my businesses before. Long term, we will be looking to expand into other areas too. Down the line, 5-10 year plan, looking to really kind of push it out there. It won't just be solely around one product, but that is way down the line. We can ignore that for now. I'm going to aim to be doing weekly or either bi-weekly videos depending on how much has gone on in the business every week, and probably towards the end of the week either Friday or Saturday to be putting out the videos, and that way it's the end of the week and I can recap what I've done and how I've done it and what worked, and then what my plans are for the next week, and that way you can follow along, and hopefully that will be a good way of doing this instead of just randomly all over the place. And I will still be posting my other videos about branding and marketing as well, but they'll just be randomly whenever I make those. So I'm not going to show the specific name of the brand. I'm not going to be showing even the specific product or industry yet. Not until it is at a solid enough level. I will keep it a secret, and once it has grown to a place where it can no longer be kneecapped by somebody coming along who's watching these and just ripping it out from under me, I will then obviously let you guys in on what the business is. But we will hopefully grow over the next few months, and then I'll show you what the business is going to be. Because I do actually care about this business and I want it to grow, so I need to kind of protect it for the moment. I promise I will eventually, once it is secure, let you guys in on all of that. Okay, so the first step we will be doing in this process is something called a lean canvas. I don't know why I've picked these up, I don't need them for this. We'll be doing it on the computer. But a lean canvas is basically a business plan on a single page. It is very, very useful. I'm not going to explain the ins and outs of it here, because when you go on the website for it, it goes into great detail and is fantastic at explaining how to do it. There's a video for each section, and you basically go along and fill out each section on this lean canvas that then gives you this nice overview of a business, and see if there's any holes in there before you start, And it's very quick, it takes about 20 minutes to do. I will link the website that you can do it on below. I'm obviously not sponsored or whatever. It's a free thing anyway. It's called Lean Stack is the website, and you want to do a lean canvas. That's how you start. Now, you're not going to be able to fill out the whole thing just yet. So that's where the next part comes in, which is called brand strategy, which obviously that's what my whole channel has been about. So I've got a load of content and resources myself for doing that. I will be using my own material that I have developed over the last several years about how to do brand strategy, and so I will be using my own one. I am going to release this at some point to everybody else and make a video explaining how to do and go through my own one, but that's for another day. So once you've done brand strategy, we can then apply it back to our lean canvas, and we take what we've learned and go back and finish off our lean canvas. And we should, between those two and actually doing market research, we will be doing some I've actually already done the market research for this. I should do another video about market research. Remind me later and I'll come back and do a whole thing about it. So between these three, the lean canvas, the brand strategy, and your market research, we should have a good solid starting point. So I will do those today. Obviously cannot show you the details of them. And then next week, my focus is going to be on starting to cultivate an audience on social media, to start to grow the process of the brand around these beliefs that are going to be happening in my brand strategy. Be focusing on Instagram because that's the one I know the best, but we will be moving into the others relatively soon, I think. So each week as we go along this process, if you see something that I'm doing wrong or doing incorrectly, or you think there's a better way, please let me know. I would love your input and your feedback on the processes that I'm going through. You will hopefully maybe be able to see things significantly more objectively than me. Though I have been training that side of my brain and business mind for a long time now, it's still good to have that outside opinion. So please let me know. I would love your input. I hope you are going to enjoy this series as it grows over the next probably couple of years. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it too.